Not recording? We're recording. There we go. There we go. There we go. Welcome back to more Sip the Tally. I'm your host, Coach Evans, and today we're going to take a look at Foyesade Oluokun, the middle linebacker for the Jacksonville Jaguars, who had an impressive night last night. 14 tackles, pick six for the Jacksonville Jaguars as they had an impressive win. Well, not so impressive, but they had the win over the New Orleans Saints last night on Thursday Night Football. A few things about Foyer. He's the number 6 rated linebacker in the NFL right now, according to PFF, and take how you want with the PFF numbers. He's number 37 versus the run, 14 versus the pass rush, number 7 in coverage. I'm going to show you a little bit of what he does versus the run and in coverage, and obviously with the pick six yesterday. Um, Also, he's leading the league in tackling. He's been a tackling machine for the past 3 years. Right now, he has 81 tackles, which is leading the league. Obviously, they play one more game than everybody else because they've already played this week in week 7. He has a 9% missed tackle rate. And when I looked at his career missed tackle rate, I think I saw one season where it was over double digits. Well, that meaning being 10 or above. Everything else has been 9, 9, 7, something like that. But I think I saw one season, maybe two, where it was double digits. He has 3 PBUs and 10 pressures. But let's get into Foyesade Oluokun's. Well, not get into, but let's take 5 plays that I liked from last night's game and show you what we did. Welcome back to more Sip the Tally. All right, these are the top 5 plays for me from yesterday for Foyesade Oluokun. First play, he has the wall off Chris Olave. Now, this is one of the better receivers in the NFL, and I was thoroughly impressed with this play when I saw it on the All 22. That's Chris Olave, the number 2 receiver in this set. And what I think is he has the wall off number 2, and I think Devin Lloyd has the wall off number 3, who is Taysom Hill in this case. So, just for sake of reference, I think he has the wall off this guy. I think Devin Lloyd's walling off this guy and whatever the zone coverage is. But let's watch it. See him take off and wall that off, flip his hips, then get in there and break that pass up. Again, Olave is one of the better receivers in the NFL. And he did a great job of taking it when Olave tried to cross his face, flipping those hips, and not creating a PI, diving, getting his hands in there, getting a pass breakup, getting a PBU. But what I want to show you on the end zone version is an elite hip flip. This is DB level hip flip right here. And you see him, right here in your screen, right above Taysom Hill. Watch this. He's transitioning one way. Olave is crossing his face. To be able to flip those hips like that, you don't see a lot of DBs be able to do that. Plant that foot, stick that right foot in the ground, transition to opening them hips. Right there. You went from closed hips to open hips to making a play on the ball without turning Olave. Now, granted, the ball's a little bit behind. But still, this is a linebacker versus a receiver now. It's a great play. A great play. The hips to be able to do this from the linebacker position shows a lot of athletic ability. A lot of athletic ability. And it translates in the way and how hard he plays and the way he's able to avoid offensive linemen, which helps with him being a tackling machine. Let's go to the second play. See him lined up over the guard. I think 51 is Cesar Ruiz, for the Saints. Now on this one, it's just his textbook linebacker play. Good read steps. Stays, keeps his gap integrity. And when the running back flows to his gap, he's just there to make the tackle. It's nothing spectacular on here. It's just good fundamental linebacker play. Good read steps. Stay in your gap. And when the running back flows to your gap, you make the tackle. Read. The handoffs for sure. Stay in my gap. I love this little triangle right here by the 3 defenders. right here. This 96 has that gap. I'm not sure who that is. Has that gap. Foyesade has this gap, and the gap integrity is perfect right here. And not only by those three, but just look at all of the Jaguars players. Gap, gap, gap. They all have their outside arm free. They all have their outside. That man is perfect. Perfect gap integrity. And when I was cutting this, I didn't pay attention to it, but this is perfect gap integrity. Kamara has nowhere to go. Whichever gap he picks, there's somebody sitting for him. He chose to pick Foyesade's gap, and he's there to make the tackle. But that gap integrity by the entire defense on this play. Perfection. Perfection. And he's a solid tackler. He ain't gonna miss too many tackles. Again, 9% missed tackle rate. Let's go to the third play. Now this is a screen to Kamara. He's gonna do a little hezzy where the two linemen just don't even pick him up. And he's gonna make a beeline to Kamara and don't miss the tackle. Those two linemen, neither one of them touch him. He runs right through him and makes a beeline to Kamara. Why neither one of these guys touch him, I don't know. But this little hesitation right about, he slows up there and then just sprints. And both of them, I guess they assume that the other one's going to get him. And he splits both of them and has a clean tackle to Kamara. He's, like I said earlier, tackling machine. It's crazy how he just splits both of them, not fits. He splits both of them right there. Neither one of them gets him. Now, I can understand where the front guy, is going to get this, to pick up this one. But that back end guy, he just used the speed to beat him. But again, don't miss tackles. He just don't miss tackles. And this could have gone for a big game for the Saints, but it didn't because of him and his instincts. Instincts are crazy. Now, this is my second favorite player of the game right here. It's a lot went into this right here. A lot went into this. Now, he's reading 51. He's reading the guard through the linebacker. Through the running back. So he's reading Kamara, but through the guard. So his first read is 51. But his eyes are going to Kamara too. So 51's going to pull. He's going to pull and he's going to scrape to get over the top. But the thing is, you see it got that little loop in the scrape. If he comes straight down that line, so just for instance, just say he scrapes straight down that line. If he does that, he'll run right into Pete. And Pete, with this double team that's happening, let me see if I can get it up here for you. There's a double team happening right here. Try to get it up for you. Act right. I let delay. There we go. Too big. There we go. All right, there we go. So this double team is happening right here. Now, what happened if he would have came straight down this line? He would have ran right into Pete at that double team. But the fact that he put a little arc in his scrape, when Pete decides to come off the double team, he can't get to him. He can't. And I'll show you right here. See, when Pete want to get to him, he can't because of that arc he put in it. And now he got a clear line. He going to fit right off of Ruiz's pull. Right to Kamara. Bam. Right where he need to be. Right where he need to be. Had he came straight down that line, Pete would have probably got a shoulder on him or got an arm on him or something. But he bowled back and then came back to that line. And now he's just coming down here to Kamara. Awesome. Now let's watch it full speed. From his point of view. He gonna start on the line. He gonna bow back behind it and end up right on the line. Bow back behind it. So the same track that the guard took when he pulled to get depth, Foyesade got depth too, and then came downhill to attack Alvin Kamara. Like I said, this is my second favorite play of the game from him. And then my favorite play was obviously the pick six. Let's go to it. And on the pick six, a bunch of little things happen. They were in cover 4, and he had to roam the middle. He had to cover the middle in cover 4. He's trying to collision the crosser. Trying to collision the crosser so the DBs can see it coming and get something on it. But now we turn into old school tip drill. The DB gets something on it, and he goes and catches it. Now, once you get your hand on the ball, get to the crib. Oski. Get to the crib. 20 yards, he got blockers. Josh Allen blocked somebody. Trayvon Walker blocked somebody. Foyesade do the rest. He was able to get to the crib. Now, again, I said this cat leads the league in tackling. He's been one of the league leaders in tackling for the past 2 or 3 years. He is a game changer, not only in the pass game, even though he's ranked low, in the run game. Even though he's ranked low in the run game, don't let that ranking fool you. Again, some of the PFF numbers are kind of skewed. He is a problem in the run game. You see how well he can cover in the pass game. He got hips like a DB. So try him if you want. And keep in mind, he's study teaching Devin Lloyd the game. And Lloyd's even more athletic than him. So when Lloyd starts to pick up on all his traits, Jacksonville's going to have a pretty formidable linebacker duo in the middle. Foyesade, I think, is 28. Lloyd's in his second year. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section. I think Lloyd's in his second year. Look out for Jacksonville's defense. Trayvon Walker on that front. They're going to be pretty stout here soon, if not the back half of this 2023 season, because they're 5-2 right now. So they're one of the top teams in the AFC with that record right now. They're leading their division, and who knows what's going to happen down the stretch, because they got one game in the next 23 days. So they're going to be able to heal up anybody that's hurt. Trevor Lawrence was a little banged up with his knee and ended up having the best rushing game of his career, which is crazy. But look out for the rest of the Jaguars, led by Foyesade Oluokun. I messed his last name up. Oh, forget it. Led by Foyesade. So this is Coach Evans with more Sip the Tally, and I appreciate you guys for coming through. If this is your first time here and you like what you saw, like the video. And if you would, please consider subscribing and hit that bell so you can be notified when the rest of these videos drop throughout the 2023 season. And that's all I got for you today. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Peace out.